Hello and welcome back here on Forever Sports. We just witnessed the Sharks taking their first victory in 6 attempts against the Stormers at home in Durban in the Vodacom United Rugby Championship. Must be said, some drama at the end there, and the Sharks are all too happy to have heard the final whistle. The way the game began, though, you thought the Stormers were in for something here to continue their 5-game winning streak, starting off like a house on fire with the likes of Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu, showing us exactly why he is our international breakthrough player of the year here in South Africa, putting a lovely little dink ahead. The Stormers just not able to capitalize on the field position. It must be said, at scrum time, they had clear dominance against the Sharks, but just not able to turn that pressure into any sort of points in the right areas of the field, but just not able to put any points on the board. It was the Sharks who got the first score on the board via Ethan Hooker, and they started to find their rhythm when Sia Kolisi also went over for the Sharks' second try. It was a solitary drop goal from Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu just inside the Sharks' half that got the Stormers on the board, and you kind of felt they could kick on from there. But then Sasha Feinberg, after a tackle from Trevor Nyakane, was checked by the TMO, no foul play involved, had to leave the field for an HIA, perhaps trying to preserve him for the season to come. He never made his way back to the field, and Mani Lebok made his way onto the field. Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu, of course, did have a penalty opportunity, and he missed that one before he went off. He did get the drop goal. Then Mani Lebok had his opportunity in that first half to put the Stormers ahead with another 3 points, and he missed. And you kind of felt the Stormers were always going to feel those misses as the game wore on. In that second half, it was the Sharks who kept pushing on. The Stormers, however, did eventually get a try early on in that second half via Lilian Zas to put themselves on the board. No conversion from Mani Lebok. They were up to 8 points. It was then the Sharks who kicked on with a try from Andre Esterhazen in that third quarter, and the conversion from Jordan Hendrickse to put them up to 21 points to 8. Late in that second half, after a good couple of reads on defense, it was Apelele Fassi who was on the end of a yellow card after getting a read wrong and intentionally knocking the ball on, according to the referee. There were attackers outside for the Stormers, and the referee and the TMO, in decision with one another, an agreement, they went with a penalty try. There was some time for a restart with a little less than a minute to play, and the Stormers had to then run from deep if they were going to try and win it. They left it to very late, but the Stormers broke away from deep inside their own 22 and then almost went over the line when Mani Lebok broke clear and went over for what looked like the winning score. And he would have taken the conversion to win it. It was under the posts, and he would have redeemed himself after a rather indifferent performance off the bench from the Springbok fly-off. But it was not to be. The TMO had his last say when they brought the play back a few phases. In fact, they deemed Mani Lebok to have just nudged the ball forward from the base of the ruck. And the referee, in agreement once again with the TMO, scratched off the try. And the Stormers were not going to take a 1-point victory. And the game ended at 21 points to 15, much to the delight of the home crowd and the home fans. The Sharks take victory and move up the table in the Vodacom United Rugby Championship and get that first victory in what seems like forever against the Stormers. The Stormers will be ruining those missed opportunities, especially with the strong scrum, that you can't convert that sort of dominance into any sort of points. They weren't able to really put any phases together in the double figures. The Sharks did make more of the running meters across the game, and the missed tackles ended up costing the Stormers as well. They came up just short in Durban. It would have been an Exceptional finish, if one could call it that. Had Moni Lebok got over just to silence his haters. He'll pick up and move on from this. Rude missed chances at goal. Scrum dominance not converted. And then, of course, missed opportunities when it came to taking them. The Stormers, unfortunately, come up short in Durban. It's the Sharks victorious by 21 points to 15. It's been an absolute pleasure to take you through this one. Until next time, bye for now.